All right, I'm sitting here with Vinchenza. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you.
I just want to give me a little history about yourself, like where you're from originally, stuff like that.
Yep, I'm originally from the Williamsport area. Little League World Series. People come from all over the world to play baseball
Yeah.
in my hometown for some reason.
All right, back. All right, so you're from the Williamsport area.
Yep.
All right. What was that like growing up there with the Little League World Series?
Very annoying and hectic with the traffic. As I got older, but when I was younger, it was like the cool thing to do.
Yeah. What would you guys like go down there watch the games and stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, or it would just be like the place like it's like a football game. You go there, you meet all your friends, and just like hang out, smoke weed, whatever.
Yeah. I guess that would be a cool thing for the locals to do.
Yeah,
you know.
and there was a huge hill in the back of it where people would bring cardboard
and they
like,
catch home runs.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
But it's good for all ages, really, especially if you're into baseball.
Yeah. It's funny, my brother was there for baseball years ago, right? And I always joked to my mom, I said, I'm going to go back there to play baseball, Mom.
Really?
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's awesome.
my dumb ass, I made it back to Williamsport, but it was in a halfway house.
Hey. I mean, you're halfway there.
Yeah. White Deer Runs Halfway House.
Yeah.
Their partial
Oh my
program.
God. Yeah, that place is
You said they almost hired you, right?
Oh no, they did. They offered me a position to be a counselor.
And
when I went in there with fake piss, and I was extremely high on oxys.
Wow.
And they offered me a position. They really did. And I declined because they only wanted to pay me $8 an hour.
Oh, wow.
To be a counselor.
Yeah,
to be a drug counselor.
It's crazy.
I was like, wow, that's horrible.
That is. So, how did you make your way to the Philadelphia area?
Well, I've always had friends and some family here. Eventually I started coming here to get my drugs and bring them home and sell them, and we'll just stop at that.
Right. So I forgot to bring it. You started with a legit pain prescription, pain pill, right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Before I had my surgery for my breast reduction.
Okay. You were talking off there. You said you had really.
Yeah, I had ginormous boobs, triple E's to be exact. I mean.
Were they causing like health problems with your back and
my
stuff
back,
like that?
my bras would actually cut into my shoulders.
Wow.
And my under boob would be like all, to have like rubbing.
Like a skin rash?
Like a chafing type thing.
Yeah, I got it, yeah.
So I just didn't wear a bra, but like they were big enough, but they were perky, so they kind of like was a good thing, but not for me. For everyone else.
Okay, yeah.
But,
They're
like,
probably nice to look at, but not nice to carry around.
Yeah, man. They literally, they weighed between both of them almost 8 pounds.
That's like carrying a bowling ball on your chest.
Yeah, because,
literally, a bowling ball.
Yeah, because I know, I did some research on how much actually I weighed. Because I was like going through this thing that I was like a little heavier because, no, I was a lot heavier now that I am now, obviously, but I wasn't comfortable with myself, but I was drinking and doing drugs like every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know that had a lot to do with my extra weight.
Okay.
But,
just the bad lifestyle.
Yeah, right. But I mean, to say the least, that's how I started this addiction shit, man. Like,
so it all started like almost every other opiate addict in America with a legit pain prescription.
Yeah, pretty much. And it kind of went in like a line. It was like I was getting the pills, was getting the perks, and that was awesome. That was great. And then my guy kind of just like stopped getting them. Like it wasn't as easy to get them. So then that kind of fell off. And then when they did come back around, they were pressed.
Oh, okay.
With Fetty.
Wow, yeah.
So, I mean, it still looked like an M-Box, It didn't taste exactly the same, but it did pretty much the same thing except stronger.
Did you realize that they were pressed at first, or were you thinking they were still the legit ones for a while? Or did you know that they were, or like was it people telling
I was told
that they were
told.
pressed?
Yeah, but I didn't
Okay.
really like understand what they would press with at first.
Okay.
But I did my research before I did them. You know, but I just figured it would be cheaper, but it was the same price.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at one point I was paying $40 for a pill.
For a pressed one, or was that? Or do you,
for a regular one.
regular? Okay.
But even so, I was paying that much for the press ones at first too, because they were new and people were buying them like crazy.
Yeah.
So they wanted that money, you know.
Yeah.
But so then from the pills kind of were like a thing, and then it was like the pills kind of fell off, and then it was just like, get your bag of fetty, just a fucking bag of fetty, you know. So.
So that's how you went to that.
Yeah, and it was just like.
Now, are you an IV user?
No, I don't shoot. I never shoot anything.
Oh wow.
No,
Okay.
no.
I was gonna say I just looked at you. That's why I asked. I looked at your arm.
No, people look at my veins and they like salivate.
Yeah, I get that when I'm doing down here. When you see these ones, people are like, "Oh my god."
Right, and sometimes I look at them, I'm like, "Damn, there's some sexy veins."
Yeah,
like,
you don't see them like that too often down here.
Right.
Healthy looking.
Yeah,
veins.
I know. Like,
sad.
A lot of people, you can't even like, they're like not there.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really horrifying because I can't even think how some of these people do what they do, man. Like, oh my God, I've seen some absolutely horrifying things, and I was in nursing school also, so I know a lot about a lot, you know, and I take pride in that. But at the same time, it's like it's scary.
Yeah. So you don't deal with any sores, right?
No,
and it's because you smoke it. But I mean, I'm running into people getting sores even smoking and stuff.
Right, and people do. I have yet to. I don't understand how some people do and some people don't.
Yeah.
I feel like it might have to do with how much they do, because I've weaned myself off a lot.
Okay.
Like, I was doing like almost a bundle a day. Now I'm down to like bags. Like,
now, do you enjoy the trank buzz? High, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know, because I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Or I'm you know what I mean? That's why I don't like to do a lot.
Yeah. Well, even when I walked up to you to come introduce myself to you, you were, you know, sleeping. You were nodding out hard. I was like, man. And then
like the thing is you don't even know you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's like the horrifying part of it, man. It's like,
so you'll just be awake and then gone.
And then you're awake again, but like hours could go by. You know, minutes, hours. Like,
yeah.
You know, and it's really just like it's really sick. It's just like, and that's why I've really just tried to only do it when I start to feel sick.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be. I don't like it. I don't understand why these people like it. Like, I don't want to be sleeping. I don't want to be nodding out, not knowing what's going on. Like, I'm not. That's not me. Like.
And you probably have to deal with a lot of your stuff getting stolen all the time.
Oh God, yeah. Like, I mean, every now I've really tried. I've really been trying to make sure I have my things put away if I do end up smoking while I'm outside and not in my private area that I know nobody can touch my shit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, every time, I mean, even if some people are going around cutting backpacks off people, cutting people's pockets.
I watched that happen I was at a stoplight at Kensington and Allegheny, you know, in the traffic, and I looked over on the steps where everyone sits, and there's a guy passed out right there, and another dude was cutting. Two guys are cutting a backpack off his back. I was like, man. I
mean, that's just like some other level, just like sickening shit. Man.
Have you tried rehab at all ever? Is it something you've ever?
No, me personally, no. I've never done rehab.
Any interest of getting clean, getting off the streets? Are you okay with where you're at right now?
I absolutely want to get out of here. I think about a plan. I think about plans. Which plan is going to be best for me every day, every second of every day. Absolutely. I don't belong here. I know that. I don't want to be here. I just I've had a lot of fucked up shit happen, and I'm not really sure how to deal with like the real world, and I still am really not sure, but I know I need to figure it out.
Yeah, because after you get sober and your mind clears, then you got to start dealing with all the trauma and all that stuff.
I know, and I know I can handle it, and I know I'm strong enough, but it's just like, it just keeps just like, that's all that just keeps coming in my head, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like the things that I can't change.
Yeah. Do you have any like sober support you could reach out to on the streets if you chose to get clean, or did you like burn all those bridges?
Some bridges I've burnt, but a lot of that situation is, yes, I have people I could call, but they're not in it for the right reasons. Like, a lot of my family, I feel like they just like want to know what I'm doing, because it's like, you know, I'm like, always have like stories. I always have like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I'm like the talk about. I'm not like the talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The black sheep of the family.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't really know why, because I get along with everyone. Like, everyone. I'm like a chameleon. Like, I can walk into a group of any type of people and get along with them. Yeah. It's just like,
I think a lot of addicts have that like trait. You know, it's like that's a good trait to have, being able to, you know.
Yeah, but even before that, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, man, I can remember like when I was like little. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would be like dressed like a girl in pigtails, like 10, 11, and still going and like skateboarding with dudes after school, like, or bush jumping or something weird shit.
I moved around all the time as a kid, different states every year, so you have to learn to make friends and adapt.
Yeah.
And that's one of the good things I took with my one of the, you know, few good things in my childhood I remember is, you know, it sucked moving, but it's also, I can make friends easier now. Or,
right.
You know how it is.
Yeah, and I mean, I've had family reach out to me and basically say, you know, you can come home, you know, I'll get you a car, you have an apartment, I'll get you a job, you know, but that shit don't matter to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's something you gotta want to do.
Yeah, it's like, I could have all those things. Oh, wow. Some people would be like, oh, yeah, I want all that free shit. But it's like, my well-being would be not good.
I noticed in my sobriety, at least, like the things I work for and I get myself, like I like a lot more, and it's special to me. I like going out and getting my own stuff. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I mean, they might have well wishes of, you know, wanting you to come home and give you stuff, but you know, you have to do the work yourself.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I've realized. It's like my next moves are gonna be what I want. Like, it's gonna be like what I want. Like, really what I want and what I want to do, and like, I'm gonna do it.
Now, do you think it's something you would stay down in this area, or would you get out of the city? I would highly recommend you get the hell out of the city.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, it could work in a different part of the city or something. I just recommend getting as far away from Kensington as possible. That's what
I absolutely need to go south. I need to be, every day I think about me living by a beach.
Warmer weather.
Honestly, it's like, even if I go back to school or whatever I may do, I just need to walk outside and smell the ocean. Yeah. And I have to be near an ocean. I feel that in my soul every day. Like, like,
people love that. I have a friend of mine, Lauren, who that's how, you know, she graduated college. No, she graduated high school and went to school down at the beach, and she's still there, you know, 20 years later, she's still at the beach. Some people are just need that in their life.
Yeah,
you know?
And I know, like, that's like...
When was the last time you've been to a beach?
Well, this is crazy to think about. It was 4 months before, like, my boyfriend slash fiance died. That was in St. Croix.
Oh, that's a beautiful beach
Croix.
too. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Virgin Islands. That's a beautiful beach.
Yeah.
So how many years ago was that? Would you say, if you remember?
2020.
Okay. So wow.
Yeah, that's when everything took a shit, man. That's when my life took a shit.
And that was all right during COVID, so that just must have made everything that much worse.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like my mom died, not because of COVID either. Like, I was supposed to give her a piece of my liver, and...
See, that must have been so tough because they probably had all those COVID restrictions
Yeah,
in.
dude. Like, when my mom died, I couldn't even be with her. I had to say goodbye to her over the phone in the fucking lobby.
Man.
Like, top that. Like,
yeah, I couldn't imagine. That's some more trauma you had to deal with. Yeah, that's crazy. Now, were you down here when COVID happened, all this happened?
No.
Okay.
No, I was coming down here to do other things. But
Okay.
I wasn't here.
Okay, so you were kind of commuting back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't. I pretended this didn't exist when I got sober for a while, so I missed all the COVID stuff down here. Emerald City, the tent city. I missed all that. Were you down here for that?
No.
Okay, you missed that too.
No, but I mean, I'm well aware. I have some people down here.
I wonder. I think I have a lot of people that say they think this place would be run a lot better if they just let that Emerald City tent city stay up. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think it might be bad. I think it might be a little better. I'm trying to think of a good word, but there's not a word for it.
If they let you stay there and keep your tents and they weren't always making you move and fuck with you guys, I just think it'd be a lot.
Yeah, I absolutely think that. I think that
maybe not better for the city, but better for you guys.
Yeah, right. But even so, I feel like it would be better for the city if we had an area.
An area to
like,
go to.
Like if you go to an outside hippie festival.
Yeah.
Everyone's camping out. They have their area. They have their porta potties. Everything, and like people like me, and there's a lot more people like me that would take care of it.
Yeah.
That want to live
you even
in that area.
You see the encampments here. You always see someone sweeping up and.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I mean. It's like there wouldn't have to be anyone hired or any of that bullshit. We want to live. You know what I mean? This is what we're doing right now, and like we can take care of it ourselves. Like we're grown-ups.
Yeah.
We're fucking up.
But
like there's a reason for it. Like nobody wants to just do this shit, dude. Like nobody wants to just be like, you know what I mean? Like in this shit for just no fucking reason. So people who think like, oh, like she's just a piece of shit drug addict. It's like maybe like you just haven't been through the shit I have, and you can't fucking handle it. You know what I mean? Like this is how I'm handling it. But I'm still here, I'm still me, and I'm gonna be fine. I just need to...
Life's hard, man, and everyone deals with trauma and stuff different. That's why I don't like to judge anyone's stories. You know, we all have a different way of how we ended up here, and none of us are proud of that story.
Right.
And, you know, it gives us low self-esteem and stuff, whatever, but it's the truth. You know, I know people come down here for something I look at, like, man, that's nothing. Why would you relapse over that? But then I don't know their mental state.
Right.
That could have been the world to them.
Right, exactly.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah, like some people just, like get hit with it worse than others, and I don't know why. I mean, I know like they say, you know, God gives people what they can handle, and that makes them stronger.
I don't believe that at all.
I don't think that's like a thing that it exists, because like why would he want to hurt other people more than another person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't really know why this happens, but it does, and it fucking does. Like
life's just not fair. It's hard and not fair at the end of the day.
But I mean, I wish I could just like help everyone. Like I really do. I just like.
I get a lot of fulfillment for coming down here and getting out donations and helping like my fellow addicts.
Right.
You know, it feels good doing it. It definitely does.
Yeah, and I mean like when I left my hometown, like I haven't spoke to anyone in my family since then. And I've been told that, like, they will think I'm dead, that, like, they don't know if, like, they want to hire private investigators to, like, find me, and they've...
So I hope maybe at least if they see this, they'll at least know you're alive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know that's the biggest thing is, like
that girl Tila I talked to you about.
Mhm,
That's her
yeah.
mom couldn't find her for a couple years and saw her through my interview, and that's why I was down here giving Tila the package. So
Yeah.
it might be a good thing. You know?
But I don't have any answers for them.
So you just, when you left, they just kind of cut off everything and just came down
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, like, I mean, I just, like, can't, like, foresee myself being in my hometown, like, being me, like, with my family, knowing that, like, my mom isn't there, like.
Yeah, and small towns can be horrible. They can be awesome, but
but
if they know
everybody-
you and they
Yeah.
know your dirt, it could be such an awful place to live.
right, and it's like everywhere you go, everything you do, blah blah blah, it's like.
And they'll never
It's
forget.
like-
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
They'll
It's
never
like
forget
that.
about the stuff you did in the past.
Right.
Either.
Yeah, and it's like, the house I grew up in, like, we had to sell, and it's like, I can't even, like, imagine, like, going by there, and it's like
Yeah.
being able to, like, be normal again. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
Well, you don't have to go back to your
Dead ass,
hometown then.
man.
There's no reason. If that's not something you want to do, don't do it. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
You know? Well,
But
listen.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Yeah, yeah,
In the future, if I see you, we do follow-ups and see how you're doing.
yeah.
And
But
keep in touch with you.
yeah, for sure.
All
I
right.
appreciate it, and I mean, like, I know I need to, get my act right and enjoy my life,
Yeah.
And
There's a
instead
lot
of-
to enjoy.
Yeah. But I know I'm definitely working on going south because that's like where my heart and soul is for sure.
Go enjoy life on the beach.
Yeah, I know. Like that's all I picture myself is like working and getting up and like running in the morning or rollerblading.
Yeah.
And
You like rollerblading?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. Like
awesome.
being in a swimsuit, rollerblading is like, and working is like literally like, and a bunch of cats.
Yeah. Oh my
Like
God, I
everywhere.
love cats.
Cats.
I love cats. I usually have cat food in here. I see the
Yeah.
strays. I always try and pet them. They never let
But
me.
like, yeah, like I'm just like a goof. I'm like that's working, making money, like
Yeah.
having like a little bungalow type shit.
So it's a little bit of inspiration for you. So
Yeah.
7 years sober I am, right? 7.5. I am
Wow.
in January.
It's awesome.
I am going to Vietnam and Cambodia for like 6 weeks on a vacation. I'm gonna travel around Southeastern Asia and make videos and
That's wild.
on the beaches and
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
yeah, it's possible. Your life can change
Yeah.
way for the better. You just
Yeah.
gotta want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all right, thanks again for doing this.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Bye.
Much love.
All right.